Welcome back students. In the history class we are going to continue our lesson number 4th, and in the previous video we have learned about the various reasons for the dissatisfaction among the Indians. In that, economic causes, social causes, political causes, these all reasons or causes were responsible for the dissatisfaction among the Indian. And today we are going to continue with the new point, that is discontent among Indian soldiers. So what type of situation was there among these Indian soldiers? So Indian soldiers were given low status by the British officers. Britishers, they were not giving more importance to the Indian soldiers. Indian soldiers were giving low status, low importance by the British officers. They could not gain any post higher than the Subedar. Just they have to work as a soldiers, or till Subedar they can get the post. They were not getting any higher post. They were paid less compared to the British soldiers. It means British soldiers, they were getting high salary, and Indian soldiers, they were getting low salary. Whatever other allowances were there, other payments were there, bonus, increment, were also gradually decreased. They were not getting any higher salary. So such type of differences were there among these Indian soldier and British soldiers. Due to these reasons, there was growing discontent or dissatisfaction among the Indian soldier. So this is the reason to raise the voice against the Britishers. So in 1856, the British provided long Enfield rifles to the Indian sepoys, and these Indian soldiers they were required to bite the end of these cartridges, and the news spread out that these cartridges were smeared, covered in the fats of cow and pigs. You can see the covering part. So just Indian soldiers, they have to remove this covering part through their mouth. And such type of news spread among these all soldiers that these cartridges were smeared, were covered in the fats of cow and pigs. So because of this news, just the sentiments or the feelings among these all Hindu soldiers and Muslim soldiers. So due to this, the religious sentiments of Hindu and Muslim sepoys were hurt and made them unhappy. And because of that only, these all Indian soldiers, they have decided to raise the revolts against these Britishers. And finally, the outburst. Disciplinary actions was taken on those sepoys who refused to use the smeared cartridges and were given severe punishment. And suppose any soldier, if he is not ready to remove that cover, or if he is not ready to do this act, then British officers, they were giving very severe, very hard punishment to the Indian soldiers. It means just they were trying to hurt the sentiments or feelings of the Indian soldiers. Mangal Pandey from Barakpur cantonment shot an English officer as a reaction to unjust nature of British officers. Day by day, these Britishers they were exploiting, harassing to the Indian people. So because of this, some Indian soldiers, we can say, or Indian leaders, we can say, they become angry, and they decided to raise their voice against of this unjust rule. And through it only, Mangal Pandey from this Barakpur region or Barakpur soldiers team shot an English officers as a reaction to this unjust nature of the British officers. Mangal Pandey was arrested and hanged to death, and because of this, he was arrested and hanged to death. Such type of severe or punishment given by the British officers. This news spread like fire. Everywhere this news spread, and the entire regiment, entire unit of the Indian soldiers at Meerut took part in the freedom struggle and they marched towards the Delhi. Now they have decided to raise their voice against of this unjust rule. Thousands of Indians voluntarily joined them on the way. Thousands of Indian people, they joined this freedom struggle on the way, and they handed over the leadership of this freedom struggle to Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah and proclaimed him as the Emperor of India. They declared that under the leadership of this Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah, they are ready to fight, they are ready to declare their revolts against these unjust rulers. Now, next point we are going to learn, that is scope of the struggle. It means just nature of the struggle, in which region these all struggles started to spread. The self-confidence of the sepoys increased with the capture of Delhi. So through this march, through this struggle, they captured Delhi region, and because of this act, the self-confidence of the Indian soldiers or Indian sepoys increased. And now, with the full confidence, they are ready to fight with the Britishers. It also gave inspiration to other Indians also. The revolts soon spread in North India. So North India side also this revolt spread. The Indian soldiers revolted in cantonments from Bihar to Rajputana. So this is the military unit we can say. So in these all unit, revolt spread. All the Indian soldiers, they were against of the British officers. The revolt spread in Lucknow, Allahabad, Kanpur, Banaras, Barli and Zanshim. In this all region, Indian soldiers, they raised their revolts against the Britishers. Later it spread to South India also. In the revolt, Chhatrapati Pratap Singh of Satara and his officer Rango Bapuji, Chima Sahib of Kolhapur. So these all Indian people from South India, they were participate in this freedom struggle. Balasaheb Bhave of Nargund, Bhagoji Naik of Ahmednagar were in the forefront. They were the leader in this struggle. Royal Queens of Pet, Surgana from Nasik district also participated in this struggle. So it means from various region, various people or royal families, just they gave support to this struggle. In 1857, under the leadership of Kajah Singh and the Bhils revolted, these all Bhil community, they revolted against the Britishers under the leadership of Kajah Singh, whereas Shankar Shah led the revolts in Satpura region. It means in various regions under the leadership of various leaders, these Indian people, they declared their revolts against this unjust rule. So in 1857, such type of revolts declared by these leaders. More than 400 female Bhils participated in the revolt at Khandesh, and not only some soldiers or some royal families or people, female also, Indian female also, just they were ready to participate in this struggle. So 400 female Bhils participated in this revolt at Khandesh region. So in this way, just the spread of the struggle or the scope of the struggle we have learnt. We are going to stop here. Remaining point we are going to learn it in the next video. Goodbye, student.